He quoted Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 116 and 117, where Jesus is asked by Allah, did he ever say to mankind to take himself and his mother as two gods? I don't know what Christian has ever said that Mary was a god.
Archaeologists found a papyrus. It's part of the Rylands Papyrus collection. I believe this one is kept in Manchester, England. It's papyrus 470, also known as P470. And it's dated to 250. 250. And it's a prayer written on papyrus to the Virgin Mary. So we're talking about 250. All right, so 250 years after the birth of Christ. And it reads this, translated from the Greek. Under thy compassion we take refuge, O Mother of God. That's the word Theotokos in Greek. Under thy compassion we take refuge, O Mother of God. Do not despise our petitions in time of trouble, but from dangers ransom us, singularly holy, singularly blessed. Wow, 250. Here's a prayer written down with devotion to Our Lady.
I mean, there seems to be a misconception on the part of Muhammad that Mary was somehow part of or somehow involved with God, which seems to also have confused Ibn Ishaq in Sirat al-Zu'ala, one of the early biographers of Muhammad, seems to have been confused and thought the Trinity actually equated to God, Jesus, and Mary. I think that's probably where he got it from.
Now, interestingly here, Western polemicists, they look at this ayah of the Quran and they say, look, the Quran has it wrong. The Quran has a strange conception, an erroneous conception of the Trinity, that the Quran conceives it as being somewhat of a holy family, the Father, Son, and the Holy Mother. But this is not a necessary conclusion. I don't see this verse as denouncing the Trinity, at least not in this verse. I see this verse as denouncing what's known as Christolatry, the deification of Christ alayhi salam, and Mariolatry, the deification of Maryam alayhi salam. And we're going to talk about how Christ was deified, but how was Maryam alayhi salam deified? A quick example, the Third Ecumenical Council in 431 of the Common Era, the Council of Ephesus, it was voted upon by the Proto-Orthodox bishops that Maryam alayhi salam is Theotokos, which some have translated as the mother of God, but a more accurate translation is the bearer or carrier of God. So to suggest that an entity has the power or capacity to carry or bear God, to handle God, is to impute upon that entity a divine quality. So I don't see this verse as denouncing the Trinity, nor intermediacy through Maryam, nor even the explicit worship of Mary, but rather assigning Mary divine attributes, deifying Maryam alayhi salam.